It was that first season when I was coaching youth baseball, before my own children were old enough to play, that I came up with some guidelines to know if I was doing a good job coaching or not. And the guidelines that I had absolutely nothing to do with wins and losses. It had to do with player development. It wasn't just me standing out on the field talking about character and perseverance and never coaching baseball. I mean, we coached the fundamentals and coached them hard on those fundamentals, but the reason for coaching those fundamentals was because if they did it well, they'd have confidence.
That's right. So,
and if they had confidence, it wasn't just confidence in baseball, confidence in school, confidence in choices. And I thought, that's why you want them to do well. It's not because you could win that plastic trophy that's going to collect dust, but to instill in them a sense of confidence and ability to achieve and to overcome. So that was a big part of it. It had less to do with wins and losses and more to do with character development.
Absolutely.
With becoming good citizens, good friends, good sons and daughters, good siblings, good examples, and the fact that I could have a part in that, I just kept thinking, this is such a privilege to be able to do that. So that was my moment. It went from, man, I really want to win this championship so everybody will know what a great coach I am, and it went to, man, I want these young men to face life with positive outcomes and using sports as a vehicle to teach.
Absolutely. Coach, my moment happened my third year of coaching youth baseball. There was a moment during that season when I realized that something had changed. I had stopped thinking about our players in terms of position or in terms of what they can do to help us win games. I realized I was concerned about the players and how they interacted and respected their parents, and how they were doing at school, and how they interacted with their teammates. And I realized something was different. And it was in that moment that I realized three things. First of all, it was no longer about me. Secondly, it was no longer about wins, losses, outcomes of games. And third, and probably most importantly, I realized that I was changing in their eyes. I was no longer the coach of the team, like we talk about. I had become coach. And what a powerful role that is as coach. But what great responsibility comes with that. My demeanor, my attitude, my actions directly impact and influence their actions, their attitudes, their demeanor. And that changed me. But more importantly, that changed the way I coach. And that was really my moment. And I tell people all the time, I've got 100 sons because of all the kids we've coached. And they've all become that to me. Just that, you know. And when you reach that level where you care about them off the ball field, that's the moment. So that's my moment when I crossed the threshold.